warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning everyone. Today we are from group 1. We'll explain about processes. Before that, let me introduce our team. First member, my name is Hazratul Sabila, NIM 5404191205. Second member is Kartika Alvira, NIM 5404191215. Next, Juanda Ardiansyah, 5404191193. And the last, Firman Syahputra, 5404191210. Our table of content today: number 1, business processes, the reality; 2, process planning; 3, process control; 4, process capability; 5, managing narration reducing using SPC; and the last, benefit of SPC. The first part of our presentation is business processes in the reality. In process term, it is important to understand the linkages between the purpose of the process, or effectively customer requirement, and the key element of the process which deliver the purpose. And in Six Sigma, you can see the picture. There are Six Sigma about business processes.
Okay, next slide is process planning. Process planning is a preparatory step before manufacturing, which determines the sequence of operation or process need to produce a part of assembly. This step is more important in job shops, where one of a kind products are made or the same product is made infrequently. The outputs of this step are road sheet and operation sheets. A road sheet in document which lists the exact sequence of operation need to complete the job. The road sheet is intended to accompany parts moving individually or in batch. Road sheets provide the information to the material handlers to help them move materials or partly complete items from one work center to another until the finished part of assembly reach the shipping department. Road sheets are useful for production planning. Okay, next slide is process control. Process control is the ability to monitor and adjust a process to give a desired output. It is used in industry to maintain quality and improve performance. An example of a simple process that is controlled is keeping the temperature of a room at a certain temperature using a heater and thermostat and etc. An example of simple process that is controlled is keeping the temperature of a room at a certain temperature using a heater and a thermostat. When the temperature of the room is too low, the thermostat will turn on a heating source until the temperature reaches the desired level, at which point the heater is turned off. As the room cools, this process repeats itself to keep the room at the desired set point. In this example, the set point is temperature setting on the thermostat and the heater turn on and off to deadband control. Turn on and off to maintain temperature. Hence, the simplest form of process control is called an on or off or deadband control. This type of process has a deadband, which is difference between the temperature where the heater is turned on and when it reach the set point. This deadband is what keeps the heater from being turned on and off too often.
Process capability. Process capability is defined as statistical measure of the inherent process variability of a given characteristic. You can use a process capability study to assess the ability of a process to meet a specification. During a quality improvement initiative such as Sigma, a capability estimate is typically obtained at the start and end of the study to reflect the level of improvement that occurred.
Okay, my name is Kartika Alvira. I will explain about managing variation reduction using SPC. Before that, what is SPC? Statistical process control, or SPC, is method which is a technique to ensure that every process used so that products sent to consumers meet quality standards. It's a sad fact that many attempts to implement SPC are unsuccessful. Wood 2002. These failures are not due to shortcomings in the technique but in the way in which the system is implemented and managed. Why implementation of SPC unsuccessful? Typical problems would be lack of commitment from middle and senior management, union opposition, poor response to problems, etc. This kind of issue would be familiar to anyone who has tried to drive through any type of change initiative in an organization. This is because SPC is a long-term change to the way in which an organization does business, even in the way it thinks. If you fail to recognize that and treat it as another system implementation, you will be doomed to making minimal progress with your application. It is significant to understand that SPC is a cornerstone of 14 points. No successful business transformation along these lines could take place without understanding the principle of variation. It is also true to say that the principles of respect to the individual and the right to take pride in your work are essential for the successful introduction of SPC as a business driver. What is 14 points of SPC? First is create constancy of purpose toward improvement of product and service. The second is adopt the new philosophy. The third is just dependence of mass infection. The fourth is and the practice of awarding business and basis of price tag alone. The fifth is find problems and fix them, continually reduce waste and improve quality. The sixth is institute modern methods of training on the job. 7. Institute modern methods of supervision. The 8 is drive out fear. The 9 is break down barriers between departments and locations. The 10 is eliminate numerical goals, posters, and slogans. The 11 is eliminate work standards and numerical quotas. The 12 is remove barriers that stand between the worker and his right to pride of workmanship. The 13 is institute a vigorous program of education and training. And the last one is create a structure in top management that will push every day on the above 13 points. Next slide, benefit of SPC. What is benefit of SPC? The first is easier quality monitoring. The second is better product uniformity and quality. The third is improved productivity and efficiency. And the last one is cost advantages and statistical quality control. Okay guys, that's all from our group. Thanks for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.